This is KCYK Yuma, and a good Saturday to you. Welcome to Cocopah Speedway's Laptime Live, brought to you by Cocopah Casino and by 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating. It's Racing Radio here on Outlaw Country AM 1400. I'm your host, Mike Stanhope. Thank you for joining us today as we are ready for launch on short course off-road action and monster trucks invading the diamond in the desert tonight. The Cocopah Speedway Oval and Infield transformed into a challenging off-road course. We're looking forward to 14 different classes of trucks and off-road vehicles set for competition, along with freestyle exhibitions by the monster trucks Wrong Way Rick and Obsessed. And we'd like to pass along a big thank you to the many people who came out for last night's Fan Fest at the Cocopah Wild River Family Entertainment Center. A big crowd was on hand to see the trucks, the buggies, UTVs, and the other competitors who were all gearing up for action today. The Lucas Oil Short Course Off-Road Series and Monster Trucks presented by Alexander Ford and ADS Racing Shocks, drawing competitors from throughout the Southwest, along with a number of locally based competitors. What do we want to call it? Stock cars on steroids has been one thing that's been suggested, but it's a whole lot more than that. Left turns, right turns, jumps, whoops, and more, and it's all going to play out tonight at Cocopah Speedway. A reminder that advance tickets are still available. You can get them now at Napa Auto Parts and the Cocopah Casino Gift Shop. Hey, before we get further into today's preview of this afternoon and this evening's short course off-road action, we'd like to pass along a couple of notes regarding drivers in our own 2013 Cocopah Speedway Racing Series, which of course is now on mid-season break. Yuma's Joey Essery, driver of the number 90 factory stock, made the tow over to Central Arizona Raceway in Casa Grande last Saturday for pure stock action. Essery picking up a 10th in competition there last Saturday after starting out of the 7th row. We'd also previously noted Yuma's Ty Rogers, driver of the number 8T IMCA Northern Sport Mod, had a broken transmission, knock him out of competition in the Memorial Day weekend John Morris Classic at Arizona Speedway a couple of weeks ago today. Update on that. Apparently the track crew there had tried using a forklift to tow the car, from which it fell, causing even more damage. Well, parts to make the repair were driven over from the Yuma area. Rogers was able to get back out for action on Sunday, picked up a 5th place finish in the Sunday feature against a field of X-Mods. And a number of other competitors, again, giving us word that they're going to make the tow back over to Central Arizona this coming Friday to go at it again in the modifieds. And, of course, we'll continue to keep you updated on our local drivers as they travel to compete during the summer break. And one final note, Jeff Zaya, one of the crewmen on the number 83 IMCA modified of Brian Gray, he tied the knot last weekend. So we'd like to pass along congratulations to Jeff and his new bride. Racing Radio here on Outlaw Country, AM 1400. Up next, we're going to visit with a Yuma-born off-road racer set for competition in the limited buggy class, along with his dad, no stranger to Yuma area race fans, and we'd like to say welcome to Ryan and Andy Therkildsen. They are set to join us next. You're listening to Cocopah Speedway's Laptime Live, presented by Cocopah Casino and by 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating, and we'll be back with more in just a moment.
Welcome to Food City. Get ready for some savings. Fresh green cucumbers, 5 for just 99 cents. You'll love avocados, 5 for 99 cents. Perfect for guacamole. In the meat department, bone-in cut chuck steak, just $2.48 a pound, sold in the value pack. And boneless, skinless chicken breast on sale this week, $1.98 a pound, also sold in the value pack. Thank you for shopping and saving at Food City, the store with low prices when you need them.
Perfect to the letter. You just can't do better.
Summer's here. Are you ready to spruce up that boat or watercraft? SignPro can provide boat letters and custom graphics. Look your best on the lake or river and make a splash. Visit SignPro for your free estimate.
You just can't do better than a SignPro sign. America comes to SignPro.
Don't miss a single second of baseball action this season with the Arizona Diamondbacks. Tune in for the crack of the bat, every home run, and every out. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks on Outlaw Country AM 1400 all season long. Root for your home team. Just turn on your radio and we'll bring the game to you right here on Outlaw Country, where we're rattling with excitement.
I started smoking when I was 14 years old. sounds gross, but I would go around to places around my school where they had ashtrays, and I would pick the largest cigarettes out of there and just smoke them. Somewhere in my mind, I thought I was putting my health at risk, but I didn't really care. My dad comes up to me at one point and says, "Dude, you got to make a change." And he told me about the Ashline.
You can quit. Ashline can help. Call today, 1-800-556-6222, or visit ashline.org. It's free.
Lucas Oil Off-Road Racing and Monster Trucks comes to Cocopah Speedway June 7th and 8th. June 7th, it's the Fan Fest Car Show Party at Cocopah Wild River Family Entertainment Center. Driver meet and greet and visit the stars. See their machines. Food, drink, bowling, and arcade specials. June 8th, it's the Lucas Oil Off-Road Races and Monster Trucks at Cocopah Speedway. 2 days of racing excitement. Tickets on sale now at the Cocopah Casino Gift Shop and local area and Apple stores. Visit CocopahSpeedway.com for more information.
Have you heard? Proactive is better than ever. Stay tuned for a 1,000,000 bottle giveaway, and you'll also receive free shipping. Do you have troubled skin, acne? Well, we have great news. With Proactive, your acne can heal, and you can prevent new breakouts from happening. Don't miss this limited time offer. Give us a call at 1-800-620-5257, because we're going to let 1,000,000 people try Proactive risk-free, get 2 free gifts, and also receive free shipping when you call right now. You heard it. This offer won't last long, so call Proactive now and you'll receive a 60-day risk-free trial of Proactive, 2 free extras, and free shipping. Call 1-800-620-5257. This is our best radio offer ever. Get your risk-free 60-day trial of Proactive plus free shipping. That's right, free shipping. Don't wait. Visit getproactive.com or call 1-800-620-5257. That's 1-800-620-5257.
And welcome back to Racing Radio. It's Cocopah Speedway's Laptime Live here on Outlaw Country, AM 1400. Laptime Live presented by Cocopah Casino and by 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating. Once again, I'm your host, Mike Stanhope, looking forward to this afternoon and this evening. The Alexander Ford Lincoln Truck Fest featuring the Lucas Oil Short Course Off-Road Series and Monster Trucks, again presented by Alexander Ford Lincoln and ADS Racing Shocks. In action this afternoon and this evening at the Diamond in the Desert, Cocopah Speedway. And joining us now, Ryan and Andy Therkildsen. Ryan, at the age of 15 years, making a big splash in the limited buggy class. And gentlemen, welcome to both of you.
Thank you, Mike. It's good to be home again.
Andy, good to have you here. And Ryan, welcome to the show as well.
Thank you very much.
Hey, kind of a homecoming for the both of you here today. Ryan, you were born here in Yuma, but Andy, the family, with a move over to the Buckeye area not all that long after that. I'm sure it's kind of emotional being back in Yuma for the first time in a long time.
Oh, absolutely, Mike. You know, Yolanda, my wife, which I met here in Yuma, best decision I ever made in my life. You know, she's got a lot of friends, you know, graduated same high school you did. So, you know, it's pretty amazing coming home for the first time. They've never really seen Ryan race a lot. When Ryan and I were racing quarter midgets, we were, you know, traveling a whole lot across the country. So didn't give a lot of time for family to see the racing. So it's good to be home. And I tell you, you know, I've always loved Yuma Speedway. Cocopah Speedway. It's an amazing place and was really emotional when I pulled in there Friday morning.
Well, we'll talk a little bit more about that here in just a couple of minutes. Ryan, your impressions, you've been out, seeing the Diamond in the Desert now, and, well, back here in the Yuma area.
Yeah, it's really cool that they put this on for us. It's nice to be in my own hometown where I was born and raised pretty much. I've always wanted to come here. My dad's been pushing to come here, and we've been trying to get this thing going since I was about 6 years old. We've never got it to go, and finally we got an organization to help us out, and now we're out here and hope to do good.
You feeling any pressure making a debut in Yuma like you're going to have this afternoon?
Not so much pressure. I feel a little nervous, but there's always a little bit of nervous tension before a race, nothing to get too worried about.
Your dad had lots of success at Cajon Speedway, many, well, better than 100 feature wins and some track championships as well. And so one could say, I guess it was foreordained, so to speak, that you were eventually going to be behind the wheel of some form of race car. How did the off-road come into the mix?
We have a house up north that we've been watching off-road since I was a little kid. Every Labor Day weekend, we'd watch a big race down in Show Low, Arizona. And after that, we got into off-road. We started going to the dunes right out here outside of Yuma, and we just fell in love with off-road racing. My dad was big into it back in his day, and when I was 11 on Christmas, my dad actually bought me a car. And from then, he taught me how to shift, he taught me how to do everything, and we just started racing from there.
What kind of progression through the classes? Andy, you mentioned quarter midgets a minute ago, but has it been a progression upward through the classes for you?
Yes. In quarter midgets, we started out real low, made our way up, had a lot of success, tons of fun, just so many memories. And I loved it, but after a while, we made it to the top class, and I wanted more of a challenge, and I wanted something different. So my dad bought me an off-road car, a two-seat 1600 car. We worked on it. We did everything ourselves, just worked our butts off, and finally got the car back, and it just started from there.
Now, the car that you're going to be driving this afternoon and this evening out at Cocopah Speedway, you've got basically 3 races under your belt with that machine so far?
Yes, 3 races so far.
Kind of a sorting out process going on with it still?
We're shaking down the car. It's nothing like other cars. There's nothing the same on that car than any other. Jerry Miller, he used to be from Yuma.
Yes.
Amazing fabricator. A lot of people know him. He moved to Charlotte and was working on all the NASCAR teams, IndyCar teams. He moved back to retire so he could be near his family and stuff. And he just, right when he got back, he just loved to help us. We worked on the car, got it all ready, and Jerry and my dad are really kind of, not entrepreneurs, but really innovative in racing. We made the car so one-off and just made it perfect.
Yeah, to allude to that, Mike, Jerry came back, and as we all know, most people here that are around racing know Jerry. He came down and built some cars with Joe Fisher, as you remember, in the day, and so he retired as the lead fabricator, like Ryan said, from Red Bull, and he wanted to do something when he came back. So he built 2 sand cars, 2 copies of my sand car, and then we built this new limited buggy. And we were kind of snake bit on it in the beginning. The car reacts a whole lot different than they were. It's a down bar car, so it looks like a sprint car. So anybody that knows Jerry Miller, as soon as they look at it, know that it's a Jerry Miller chassis because of he's always on the outside. But with it being a lot more rigid because it's a down bar car, we had some learning curves on it, and so I think that Ryan's getting close to being able to get up on the wheel with it. He would have podiumed it. The last Firebird race, he was running strong in third, and he kind of forgot to get his foot off the throttle over a jump, over revved it, and we popped a valve, kissed the piston. So he still brought her home in fourth, which was amazing. I don't expect him to win every week. I just expect him to do his best. And if his best is second, that's good enough, because believe it or not, the best race I ever ran was at Yuma Speedway, and I finished second to Ronnie Jones. That's the best I ever drove in my life. I just couldn't beat him.
And sometimes that happens. You guys made mention to this being a down bar car, a little bit of sprint influence in terms of looking at it, and I'm just thinking back to the Fan Fest last night over at Wild River, and was talking with somebody who was taking a look at your car, and you mentioned Jerry Miller. Well, one other name came up. The person I was talking with pointed to the car and went, "Yep, you see Jerry Miller right there, and then you see Steve Kolvek, Yuma Diesel Service, right back here behind him." And I know you're getting some help from Steve, too.
Absolutely. Steve, when I told Steve that we were going to take Ryan quarter midget racing when he was 6 years old, Steve was there for me, has been there for me. Steve and I are like brothers, and he's like an uncle to Ryan, and it's amazing the support we get. So yeah, Yuma Diesel has been on every car that Ryan has ever driven. So it's a cool deal. Matter of fact, we're in here right now hanging out in the air conditioning with you, and Steve is over at the shop machining a couple bolts to bring back over. We had a little issue with a tie rod bolt yesterday, so Steve's making 2 new ones and cutting some stuff down. So he's out there in the heat while we're in here talking to you, drinking a Starbucks.
Well, hey, enjoy the cool and enjoy the Starbucks. Ryan, how much of not everybody who's going to be in action was able to take advantage of the practice session that was held yesterday afternoon, evening out at Cocopah Speedway. How much of an advantage for you, being that you were able to get out a couple of times? Obviously, you identified the problem with the tie rod bolts, but what's your impression of what you experienced on the track for the first time last night?
The track's really cool. It's kind of like a hybrid. They made it real technical in some spots, and then at other spots it's just blazing fast. It's nothing like anything we've ever run on before. It's kind of based off of Mickey Thompson's old series back in the day in the stadiums, and I've just never seen it before. It's a little bit of a learning curve, but it's probably one of the most fun tracks I've ever been on.
Looking forward to seeing you on it again this afternoon and this evening. We're visiting with Ryan Therkildsen and Andy Therkildsen here on Cocopah Speedway's Laptime Live, presented by Cocopah Casino and by 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating. And we'll be back with more in just a moment here on Outlaw Country, AM 1400.
Mike Ivers from the Yuma Community Food Bank saying thank you to Z93 and Outlaw Country. If it wasn't for their tremendous generosity, we wouldn't be able to get the word out about the food bank, about the war on hunger in Yuma. Words like this received on 11/3/12, a paper plate filled out by a client. 2 years ago, everything in my life seemed perfect. Perfect job, house, car, and family, but during the summer of 2012, I found myself in a situation I never imagined could happen to me. In the blink of an eye, I became a single mom, and a life I'd been accustomed to was gone. It's been a struggle to take care of a 2-year-old all on my own. Some months, the only way I can feed her is by coming to the food bank. I'm so thankful for everyone at the food bank and the services they provide. Sometimes life takes some unexpected turns, but I thank God for the hope and security the Yuma Community Food Bank provides. Z93 and Outlaw Country help the individuals hear these stories and help the food bank get volunteers, donors, board members, and all sorts of support from Yuma. Thank you, Z93 and Outlaw Country.
Summer is heating up. Cocopah Casino's giving you a chance to dodge the heat. Come in June 2nd through July 6th and play your favorite bingo, table, and slot games for your chance to win a 2013 Dodge Dart. Every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 10 lucky winners will win $100 in cash and be entered into the grand prize drawing July 6th for a 2013 Dodge Dart or $10,000 in cash. See the Players Club or visit CocopahResort.com for more information. Dodge the heat at Cocopah Casino. Live the rush.
No matter what type of air conditioning or heating help you need, schedule some help from 1 Hour Air Conditioning. Ready for the season? 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating can help. No AC at all? 1 Hour can help. Need help upgrading your old, inefficient system? 1 Hour can help. Now's the time to schedule your annual air conditioning safety inspection for just $59. Call 1 Hour today at 783-4242. Some limitations and exclusions apply.
Hi, I'm Russ Clark, and I've got a new home on your radio dial. Tune in Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays for Outlaw Talk live and local from 6 to 8 a.m. Outlaw Talk is a great forum for local, state, and national issues, ranging from immigration to gun laws and everything in between. I'd love to take your calls, too. You can call 782-4321 and share your thoughts. It's Outlaw Talk on Outlaw Country, 6 to 8 a.m. Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I hope you'll join me.
This is Kayla with the Yuma Fire Department. Fireworks during the 4th of July are as American as apple pie. But did you know that more than twice the number of fires are reported on that day than on any other day of the year in the United States? 2 out of 5 of these fires are caused by fireworks. The good news is you can enjoy your holiday and the fireworks with just a few simple safety tips. In following the recommendations of the National Fire Protection Association, leave fireworks to the professionals. Do not use consumer fireworks. The safest way to enjoy fireworks is to attend a public display conducted by trained professionals. Consumer fireworks include sparklers and firecrackers. The tip of a sparkler burns at a temperature of more than 1,200 degrees Fahrenheit, which is hot enough to cause third-degree burns. Each 4th of July, thousands of people, most often children and teens, are injured while using consumer fireworks. More than 80% of emergency room fireworks injuries involve fireworks consumers are permitted to use. The Yuma Fire Department wants you to have a fun and eventful summer, but remember, fireworks is fire play.
And welcome back to Cocopah Speedway's Laptime Live, presented by 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating and by Cocopah Casino. Once again, I'm your host, Mike Stanhope, visiting today with Ryan Therkildsen and Andy Therkildsen as Ryan gets set for competition in the limited buggy class tonight. The Lucas Oil Off-Road Series Arizona Short Course Championship Series in action this afternoon and this evening at the Diamond in the Desert. And Ryan, we've been talking about some of the Yuma connections on the car that you're going to be running tonight, and Andy, jump in on this one as well. You've got some local engine work into that car also.
Oh, absolutely. Dave Schmock builds amazing motors. He built the first motor for Ryan's off-road car. We actually had that motor in the car for 2 years, never pulled it out. It ran race after race. Brandon Birmingham's sitting in the studio with us, and how we got into the whole off-road thing was that both his dad, Larry, and I are very good friends, and Brandon and Ryan are best friends, and we wanted the boys to stay in a cage. We didn't want them on a quad. We didn't want them, on motorcycles, and so it was actually Brandon's dad that really influenced me to go buy the first car, and then we bought Brandon's car, and the boys would go race up someplace in an off-road race, and then the next weekend we'd have them with paddle tires on them, and they'd be out at the dunes, and so it's just been awesome, man, and Dave's built us motors that have just been amazing. They've had as much horsepower as everybody else has, and 5 times the reliability. I mean, these guys, I see guys out there that we're competing with week after week that are popping motors, and they have to take their motors back to their motor builder every 3 races, and Dave doesn't really love that we're out the dudes with the motor, but it lasts.
That's got to be a comfort to you too, Ryan, knowing that you're going out there and you've got something reliable pushing you around the track.
Yeah, I know I have that self-confidence in my car and all the work that we do. Dave, he's always at the races. He's never let us down. He works as hard as all of us, if not more. He's a great guy, and I love that he comes out and helps me.
You, as I mentioned earlier, and as we talked earlier, kind of up through the ranks in off-road, a boatload of feature wins to your credit, some championships as well to your credit. What are the ambitions from here? Would oval track racing be in your future, or is it on to even bigger things regards off-road?
I'm not sure yet. In the future, I think I might want to go into bigger trucks and off-road. One day, maybe run a sprint car, mini sprints, but we haven't really thought about that yet. So far, we've just been thinking about bigger off-road trucks and buggies, and just a few steps up. Just trying to get us set for now.
Seat time, experience, and then on to bigger and better things, so to speak.
Yes, sir.
We go ahead, Andy.
Oh, the whole high school grades and college thing has to come first, Mike. It's we have no assertion that he's going to be the next Jeff Gordon or Jimmy Johnson or anything else. So, you always need a backup plan, and that diploma is the first part of the backup plan, and then graduating from college would be the second one, and then then we'll decide if we're going to do something else or. We ran with Stephen Arlia. We ran some of the Robbie Gordon stuff this year in the stadiums, and that was really fun. And there's some rumors that Robbie's going to take a car very similar to ours and run an Ecotech in it. And so if he does that, that would be amazing because we'll go run that series also. So. We love Lucas. Unfortunately, Lucas National is cut the limited buggies out of their schedule. But luckily the regional series has kept us as their premier division. The folks at Arizona Short Course are amazing. They do a good job for us, and they're behind us 100%. So, down the road here, we'll decide what we do when it happens. But until then, we're going to go try to, run good tonight and maybe win one.
Plenty out front of you, but as you noted, and these words rhyme, education is the foundation. So.
Absolutely, Mike.
Hey, we talked about some Yuma-based supporters, but it takes a whole bunch of people to let you get out and do what you do. Any special acknowledgments, thank yous you'd like to pass along, Ryan?
I'd like to thank the Yuma boys, Steve, and D&K Motors. But my biggest sponsor, the person that's been with me since day one of off-road racing, is Denny Lee with Fodral Motorsports. He's always been with us. He's the most reliable sponsor we have. He does everything for us. He's like family to us. He's never let me down, and I never want to let him down either.
Ryan, we are so much looking forward to seeing you in action tonight out at Cocopah Speedway. And, Andy, it's been great getting to visit with you as well. We've got a lot of good memories behind us, and hopefully we make a couple of more tonight.
Absolutely. The next generation takes off so we can start bench racing about them, because we've worn out our bench racing stuff, Mike.
Indeed, for sure. Andy Therkildsen and Ryan Therkildsen, thank you both so much for coming in and joining us today here on Laptime Live. And we, in fact, are looking forward to launch on the Lucas Oil Off-Road Series Arizona Short Course Championship Series, presented by Alexander Ford Lincoln and by ADS Racing Shocks. Action this afternoon and this evening. Yeah, you want to talk about a full day of action out at Cocopah Speedway. Main gates are going to open up at 12 o'clock noon. Full concessions will be available with qualifying heats of 6 laps each, running from 2:30 to about 5. There will be an hour break or so, and then the big action's going to get underway with main events starting at 6 p.m. Special opening ceremonies with the monster trucks at around 7:30, and in addition to the full roster of off-road feature events, the monster trucks Wrong Way Rick and Obsessed are also slated for more freestyle action as well. And as we noted at the top of the program, advance tickets for all of the action are available now at select Yuma area Napa Auto Parts stores and at the Cocopah Casino gift shop. And based on the setup going into the Speedway today, you'll have full access to the pits, as well as all of the haulers are actually up top out at the Speedway, and picking up those advance tickets will make it much easier for you this afternoon to get into the Speedway grounds. So we certainly hope you'll take advantage of the opportunity to do that. Hey, we're making a little bit of history today as well. We noted this last week, but want to note it one more time. Kind of cool that Cocopah Speedway gets to join Eldora and Dodge City Raceways in hosting short course off-road for the first time ever in 2013. Hey, if you'd like to find out more about the exciting 2013 season at Cocopah Speedway, just visit us on the web. You can find us at www.cocopahspeedway.com. Complete schedule and fan information available there. And for more information on the Lucas Oil Regional Off-Road Series Arizona, just go to www.arizonashortcourse.com, or you can visit Arizona Short Course on Facebook. You've been listening to Cocopah Speedway's Laptime Live, presented by Cocopah Casino and by 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating. Hey, we'll be back with more next Saturday morning, 11 a.m., here on Outlaw Country, AM 1400.